Ring, Gibby, Tiffs, Frank Ward, Frank Klein, Cheever, Zoidberg, Sir Nicholas Andrew, Chris Bompadre, Amber Gilroy. This is Travis Goss welcoming you to the Dace-tacular Basement in Daceford, New Jersey with your host, Chris, the Dace Man Dace.
It's delicious. Welcome guys, to the first episode.
First
maybe.
episode?
No, last episode.
Last episode. That's what it is.
Episode.
Come on.
Same difference. First, last.
Yeah, close enough.
Hey, you know what else is great? They still think we're playing D&D.
He never updates it. It will always be whatever the last thing. That's why we don't stream anymore. We just didn't want to confuse them.
This is kind of like role-playing, though.
When I stream, I use the Gamecaster, and before I can even do anything, it says, Yo, idiot, update your shit. So I update it.
Yo, idiot, update our shit.
No, literally, that's what it says.
We forgot to do that at the beginning.
The broadcaster, though, you have
that's
to
on us.
log into Twitch to do it.
Worst stage manager
The
ever.
Gamecaster, you don't have to worry about that shit.
I guess Cheever was right. Somebody is getting fired today. Gibby, you're fired.
Yeah, unless I'm on the road again next week.
All right, hold on.
Then you're back.
Where's the outro? Let me. Anyway, well, Dace, you might as well lead, I guess. Your show.
Oh, I
Unless you're giving it
have
to me.
anything prepared?
Unless you're giving it to me. It's my
Nope. You still haven't brought Nick Cage on, so you haven't fulfilled your commitment from 3 years ago.
That's
working
been
on
more
it.
than 3 years.
Yeah, I know. So that's even worse. So, fun fact, we're going to lead in with some gaming news. I am 92% of the way done with Spider-Man.
Are you
Yo,
bringing it with you?
Damn, girl.
Speaking of
bring it with
Spider-Man,
me, so I'll
did
be
you see
playing it
that?
after we hang up.
Did you see that thing about that severely super duper depressive Easter egg in that game?
No.
So there's this kid who there's this guy who convinced the makers of the game.
Are you going to ruin it?
That's
No.
why I'm laughing.
Yes,
You're
yes.
hesitant. No.
No, it's nothing important. It's all over the internet. So this guy
The internet doesn't lie.
I
the makers
didn't
of this
Google the
game
game.
to put an Easter egg in the game where on one of the movie theaters it says, "Madison, will you marry me?" And apparently she left him 3 weeks before the games came out.
Well, that's in like, I guess, somewhat defense. I reserved this game 3 years ago.
I'm just saying, what sucks is it happened like a couple weeks before the games came out.
That sucks.
Yeah, if that's legit, then I feel bad because he was able to convince these people to put this in this game. Like he was just a
Especially
random fan.
Since he had to probably start the convincing 3 to 4 years ago. So,
Woohoo!
yeah.
I was waiting for her to be like, "Oh yeah, there's a hidden Easter egg in the game. You kill Uncle Ben." Like, what?
Jesus.
But like, I'm
That would be
92% complete, meaning like I've done all the side missions. This is the first game I've done all the side missions. I've done all. It's a lot like Infamous, and that's why I really enjoy it. Because
I mean, it looks. I've seen a lot of like pictures from it. There's a lot of memes that already came from it too.
it's just I think I played Friday. I picked it up at noon during lunch. As soon as I signed off, I played Friday 5 to 1 a.m. Then Saturday, I looked at Amber and said, "All right, think of something to do." She didn't, so I played 11 in the morning to midnight. And then Sunday, I looked at her and said, "Think of something to do." She didn't. I played 11 a.m. till 10 p.m.
My favorite was I was on an app and it's all full of memes, and the caption of the meme was, "This took me 20 minutes to get, or took me 45 minutes to get this screenshot," and it's a picture of Spider-Man in like a leap toad position, and the airplane is just directly about to just ram him.
It's such a huge and interactive like game to the point where I didn't want to put it down. Like that's rare for me.
Yeah.
When was the last time you actually finished a game?
In this quick of a time frame.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a question.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like this is surprising for
It-
me.
it may have
Normally
been-
Randy who beats it for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it may have been Infamous Second Son was the last time I ran through this quick.
Because in that game you could just go around causing mayhem. So.
And that's kind of what you do in Spider-Man. Like in Infamous, you go around and you have to stop certain crimes and stuff like that. You do it in Spider-Man. Like it's really close to what Infamous
So
is.
basically, you kind of just like anything that makes you chaotic good.
Yeah. Although I mean, it's all good, and the controls are easy because I mean, I get combos up in the 50s, and I don't do that on any game.
I thought you did it in the Dragon Ball Z game.
Well, that's because 50 is like the lowest combo you can get.
Exactly.
You hit one button and it does like 50 hits in a row, and it's like, oh, okay, this is definitely Japanese.
Wow.
But I beat that game too. But that game took me like 8 months to beat because of my attention.
That took you a while to beat.
Yeah.
You also got a bunch of content too.
You had been like drooling over this game for like
hey there,
ever
Spider.
now, so it doesn't
Long
surprise
time no
me that
see.
you've blown through it this fast.
Well, the weird thing is like Saturday afternoon is like you got to get up and do something else because you're gonna hate yourself for sitting down here and playing this all weekend. I kept making like a bargain with myself, like, all right, one more half hour, then you're good. Okay, you know what? Play till 6:30. Okay, 7. No, you got to definitely stop at 7:30, and I didn't.
Just finish the game and then you'll be fine.
I mean, and then Friday you had all that interruption, so.
Yeah,
you could just download WoW like your sister and just sit there and game all night.
Well, Amber came over Sunday night, and it was 10 o'clock. It's like, well, I got to pack, otherwise I'm going to miss my fucking flight. And so I get up there, and I lay in bed, and she's like, why are you pounding? I was like, I got to 92%. My track record means I will never know what happens in that last 8%.
True.
And she's like, what do you mean? I was like, once I put the game down, I don't pick it back up. Ask God of War. But hey, it's worth the buy. Because obviously I've put in it over 24 hours, 25 hours.
Yeah.
Apparently you can unlock well, let's just go to gaming news, right?
Well, yeah, we don't have anything else.
Alright, let's go to gaming news.
Give it!
That escalated quickly.
Boy! Alright. So I actually had a couple stories about Spider-Man because I knew you were addicted to it.
Super addicted.
Super.
So,
I lost my entire weekend to it.
I didn't realize you get different suits in it. Did you get any? You unlock any suits?
I have all the suits.
I wouldn't say you lost it. You donated it.
I have all but one suit.
So you have the Captain America Civil War Spider-Man coming?
God damn it! No, I do.
Both of them? The Civil War suit and Spider-Man.
And Infinity War. Yeah. Oh, and Homecoming. There's the Infinity War Iron Spider-Man suit, as well as the homeless-looking one from Homecoming.
Exactly.
And then there's the Civil War one, and then there's a bunch of comic book ones from like 2099. I have most of them, all but like maybe one.
I'm just curious. Do they actually allow you to do anything different with them, or you just play the same skin?
They have different powers, except for one. One was pretty much, it was the 1960 Spider-Man suit, and it just says there'll be extra quips. And it's like, oh, okay, so he's just going to make more jokes. That's fun. That's a great suit.
How long did you play with that suit?
It's the current one that's activated.
Needed. That's why that's why you did Deadpool for so long too, right?
I played Deadpool twice. Like that is my like kind of genre of games. Let's just crack jokes about the player the entire time.
Yeah. So there's basically those two suits that people I guess are trying to unlock. There's probably like you said, a bunch of others. Insomniac Games also announced getting a game plus mode.
There was an add-on that I didn't realize I could buy, but was sitting there, and I didn't buy it yet.
Okay. The new game plus will allow you to replay through Spider-Man with all of the wall crawler's abilities and skills that have been unlocked in a previous save. Although it hasn't been confirmed for this game. The new Game Plus mode also increases enemy health damage and output. If you like the other one, Batman Arkham Arkham Asylum. So there you go. I don't know if you're gonna buy it or not, but
I might. It seemed a little pricey.
well, it sounds like you have to beat the game first, and then buy it, and it just makes you play it again. The new Game Plus is the only post-launch edition coming to Spider-Man. Inside next also revealed the three-part DLC expansion for the game. The City Never Sleeps. So,
Okay, that was the one that was pricey.
Yeah,
that I didn't buy.
We've already talked about that one. Yeah. A couple times actually. But you can maybe get it. I wonder if it gives you all three or is it just one? Doesn't really say here.
Well, it was like $24, so I would hope it's all three. Because if it's not, fuck you, Insomniac.
True. How much was the game? 60?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, you're looking at 80.
Crazy.
So and then I doubt unless they keep pumping out DLC every year, which
here it goes. It says you can purchase one individually for $10 or buy the City Never Sleeps collection for $25.
Yeah, I'll probably buy that
Well,
Friday.
The question is how long are the quote-unquote expansions?
It also depends because a lot of the missions are very like repetitive. There are 5 like side missions where each district you have to take out thugs, and all they did is like one's take out 5 thugs, one's take out 5 of this kind of thug, one's take out 5 of this kind of thug. It's like okay, that's repetitive.
Yeah. A lot of games are like that anymore because it's like they don't know what else to do.
Just do less. Don't make it 5.
Yeah. Go out, kill one thug. Thank you.
Yeah. Or just like, hey, there's 5 different thugs, kill one of each.
Yeah. Interesting.
Like super gang.
Super gang.
I don't really have anything to play until Battlefield or Spyro or Pokemon.
Spyro was canceled.
All right,
Heard it here first.
You're a dirty whore, and I can't. Did you see the Switch bundle that they released for Pokemon?
Yeah, there's two Switch bundles. I have that somewhere. Pikachu
I have one of the
limited edition announcements. So
I don't have
Let's
one.
Go, Pikachu and Eevee. Limited edition, November 16th for $400.
Yeah, that's
For how much?
$400.
Do you get the system with it?
It
Yes,
is
the
a system.
It's
Oh,
the
okay.
system, the game, and the Pokeball thing.
See, I reserved the Pokeball thing and the Pikachu one.
Yeah, well, it's basically you're not spending any more money. It's just you get a fancier console because the console has a decal on it. And the game, I mean, that the price of that game, what isn't it $100 for it to include the Pokeball?
I think it's like 80. Let me double check.
I'm pretty sure it's 100. But either way, you're getting the system's $299 to begin with. So
that's 100. My week is going to suck that week.
So that's what I'm saying. So it's costing you any extra money. It's the same amount as if you bought them separately. Except with this, you get a special edition console.
Because what I actually did this week when I picked up Spider-Man, I paid off Super Mario Party because it comes out the same day as WWE 2K19.
I'm waiting for. I haven't seen anywhere if they're going to release pre-orders for this bundle. I can't find it. I've been searching. I've been checking Amazon and Best Buy like up and down, but
oh god, damn! It is $100.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that you don't. It's not saving you any money getting the bundle. It's just you get a nicer console from it, and it's still the same amount as if you were going to get the Pokeball. But you want to do the Pokeball because it's going to come with Mew already in the game for you.
Fucking Christ! I'm spending $220 that week because of fucking Spyro's move. God damn it, Spyro!
220. What else comes out?
Fallout 76, and I got the Tricentennial Edition. God damn it! All right, so I got to pay off one of those when I go to pick up Mega Man.
Probably a good idea.
That's what I'm trying to do. It's like when I pick up one game, I'm going to pay off another one to the point where they just start picking them up for free.
Well, so I don't have a Switch yet, and that's my biggest issue is I have to get that still. So I wanted to get this. I was holding out to see if they were going to do a Pokemon bundle, but I don't I can't pre-order it, and there's no way I can guarantee that I'm going to be able to go and wait for this freaking thing at midnight.
Why not?
Because I have a
You're a bitch.
There's also a possibility of me picking up a seasonal job, so
well, then you can buy mine. So that'll work. I'll stand there if you buy mine.
What do you mean?
Like you pay for one of the games that week,
Oh,
and
no
I will
way.
stand
I
out
could
there.
somebody else. Listen, I could send somebody else to do that. I can figure that out. I'm not.
You could like either pay me $40 an hour, $80 an hour, or $100 an hour that week. You choose. It'll cover one of those games. It'll be great.
Gonna be a negative on that. Thank you very much.
And I'm gonna go reserve every single one so you can't have it.
Yeah.
I like it.
You do realize I have friends that work at the stores that are gonna sell this, right?
I'm gonna talk to them and be like,
right. You know that bitch. She
One of them is Zoidberg.
yeah, she'll be the first one to jump on board.
Yeah,
She won't. She wants me to buy the Switch so she can use it.
I'll tell her what my plan is, and then I'll be like, look, you can have it because I already have one. So, and then you don't have to let Trish play it at all.
I like it. I like it.
All because she wouldn't like buy a $40 game. I'm gonna buy thousands of dollars worth of Switches.
It's not $40 game. It's like a $60 game. None of the games you want are $40.
It was a 3-tier thing. Spyro's only $40.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. I have the app right now. It's $39.99.
I didn't know that. I thought it was full price.
Unless those assholes add the other 2 games and then boost it to $60. And then for all those bitches that cried on the internet, you owe me $40.
No, it's the trilogy. It's already in there.
Well, the shit thing was the disc was only going to contain 1 game, and then you had to download the other 2.
Well, no, that was the rumor. They hadn't really confirmed that yet.
That's what the dude at GameStop told me, and he never lies.
Never.
That was the rumor
pre-orders.
because that's what they did with Crash Bandicoot.
What the hell do I have in my cart at GameStop? Huh.
Great question. I don't know.
This is Super Bomberman R for PS4.
Hey, does GameStop show those available for pre-order? Because I can't pre-order it anywhere.
What is it called?
The Nintendo's, it's the Switch bundle. Like, it doesn't show you to be able to pre-order it. They've told you the price.
Yeah,
They've
Nintendo
told you...
Switch Pikachu. You can pre-order for $400 at GameStop. Online only.
All right, where's my credit card?
No,
Just
defeats the purpose. Okay,
just
here.
say your numbers right now.
Yeah, say it out loud, and I'll listen back to us tomorrow.
So wait, is it just? So does this mean it's just being sold at GameStop?
Maybe they got to stay open somehow.
Very true.
Quite possible.
Because they didn't say anywhere that it was only going to be available at just GameStop.
Fucking A. I'm going to be broke in October.
Yeah, you mean November?
That too.
You're dying soon anyway, so it's
I was
fine.
gonna say you're dead soon anyway. Blow your money.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're planning on making it that far. That's not gonna happen.
I don't know you people.
More Pokemon news. Pokemon Go developer Knick-Knack recently gave players another chance to catch Moltres.
Did you grab me one?
No. But that is the only special encounter fans will have unlocked in the game. Knack has also announced Ultra bonus events, which kicks off this week and will bring 4 legendary Pokemon from the Kanto region to raid battles for limited time.
They're nerfing all of the legendaries is what they're doing.
I don't say they're nerfing them. They're just giving you another shot to catch them.
They're giving you more than another shot. They're making all 3 of the legendary birds available in any of the gyms. And also Mewtwo when he was only available in experience raids.
I don't do that shit, so I'm okay with this.
I can't do the experience raids. Every time they've been offered one, I've had work. But I was able to get Articuno and Zapdos as it was because of field research. So I already had them.
They put the closest gym to me at an actual gym, and I'm not going to a gym. Damn. Get it? Got it? Good.
But yeah.
So I just do that.
That's from across the state.
So from the 13th to the 20th, they'll be in raid battles.
Rape battles or raid battles? I misheard you.
Rape
battles.
Okay. You also have a chance to encounter
Battle
the
for your
shiny
life
versions during this event. Shiny! Additionally, other Pokemon originally from the Kanto region will appear more frequently in the wild and raid battles until September 30th.
Good,
which is annoying because I'm almost done my Kanto Pokedex. I don't really care about it.
Well, it's great for me because I really started again when Johto was a thing. So let's go Kanto!
Well, the only thing I need from the only ones I really still need from Kanto is I still don't have Charizard because Charmander never pops up anywhere. And then I need like the regionals. But other than that, I think I've gotten almost everything else.
I never find fire.
That's what I'm saying. I have trouble with Charmander. He's but fire Pokemon seem to show up in industrial complexes. Like I find fire Pokemon at my job all the time for some reason.
Is that an Aardvark? Oh, never mind.
I have 141 out of 151 in Kanto.
Congratulations.
That's the most I've got out of all of them. But it's all the regionals and then Chansey that I haven't gotten.
The regionals you can get.
Yeah, but with GPS spoofing and people trading.
Oh, I would never want to lose your game
again.
No, but I was about to say they're also going to be available this week with that event in the eggs you get from gifts.
Yep. 7K model eggs.
So you're saying I gotta walk and like make these 9 eggs hatch before next week?
Well, it's not the regular eggs; it's the pink and yellow ones you get from gifts.
Yeah.
And it has to be one. It doesn't. I don't think it matters. I think you want to hatch those and get rid of those now because it has to be an egg you receive during the event.
Makes sense. It is an Aardvark.
What are you talking about?
I open Pokemon Go because that's what we do.
Pokemon Go. Yeah.
Okay, but what are you saying is an aardvark?
Lanoon?
Who? Oh, Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I need to catch another Regirock. Tier.
You already gave me Regirock. Or no, you didn't get any. Wait, you only got one Regirock.
I only got one so far.
Yeah, well, you only have a couple more days to get me my Regirock, Gibby.
Dude, I can't.
Somebody else is playing.
Man. It's failing miserably.
I don't know why my sound was on. That's the more troubling thing.
Knick-Knack has rolled a regular stream of updates for Pokemon Go. First stuff, the game has received some particularly big social features over the past few months. Most notably, Knick-Knack introduced friends list and trading, two of the fans most commonly requested features to the game earlier this summer. According to the developer, more surprise features will be arriving soon.
Oh, there's nothing here.
Next, John Hankey recently published.
Mr. Hankey!
What? All right. Hanke. I don't know how to say it. I swear to God. Hanke.
Gibson.
What?
Where's my gift?
Don't let her bully you. Gifts are supposed to be a pleasant surprise.
I was
not a pleasant
something
person.
else, so I didn't actually play Pokemon today.
Damn!
Dang it, Gibby. The closest person I have to being best friends with in the game.
I don't have any friends.
I don't want that to happen. You can't be my first.
I'm such a loner.
You just can't be my first. Anyway, naturally, Pokemon Go figures primarily in the post, and Hank recounts the success of various Pokemon Go events held around the globe summer, as well as some impressive figures regarding the new friending and gifting features. According to Hank, more than 113 million friends connections have been made. Pokemon Go's feature was first introduced in June. I wonder if it had anything to do with the freaking research or the what's called.
Absolutely, it forced people who don't like talking to each other to be friends on Pokemon Go.
Well, I have my people I don't even know because I need to get friends. So you put code out there, and then you get a billion people.
Gibby made me post his user ID in a Discord chat I have.
Why would you do that? That's like, hey, here's my phone number. I give out blowjobs.
That was literally what I said in the post.
You're talking to the guy that also accepts every friend request he gets on PlayStation when he streams, right?
Oh, that's true. Yeah. And then goes, who the fuck is this guy in my game?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he was complaining that he couldn't find enough friends. So I was like, do you want me to put your friend code in Discord? And he goes, yeah, and just sent it. And and he was done in like
I got almost 30 friends now. Just saying. I'm a popular dude.
I have over 30 friends in the game. Not nearly like a half of them even send me gifts daily though.
I have 21 and I know them all. I just want to throw that out there.
I don't.
I have 0 and I know them all.
I have no idea who some of these people are. Like, there's a couple of them like that have just random. Like, I have some of my favorite random usernames are Blurt Vonnegut.
Blurt.
I also have Empress Tsunami. That's an interesting one.
It's interesting that they live in Japan.
Most likely. And then I have Rattler 50. A couple other ones. There's Twisted Mom Brain. Oh, and I have Wilson's Wade Pool.
You know what I think we should add to this show? I don't know how we're gonna incorporate it, but we need to have like a who cares button. So we hit it, we take a vote, and then when it ends up nobody cares, we move on.
So I will tell you one thing.
Dan, and he hunks.
Dan has it right. You invite these people, you get 2 hearts with them, then boot them.
Why 2?
Even though
that's the second part where you get all your experience from. You don't get experience for going 1 or 3 or well, to be honest, I don't know if you have gotten there yet. But
well, but there's a medal where you have. But there's a medal in the game where you have to have enough best friends.
Well,
that sounds lonely.
Yeah, you have to become best friends with at least 3 trainers to gold level the medal. So.
That's probably why the suicide rate's high in Japan.
I need a best friend. Yeah, that's why they also buy women's panties. Well,
that's the perverted nature.
I know. It's insane. It's fucking Christ. Guys, Magic the Gathering Arena. You guys know that's the thing?
No.
I've heard of it.
Is it going to be like the Pokemon Stadium games?
You're counting them on multiverse. The Planeswalkers. Your deck of cards represent your weapons containing a spell creature summoned to fight for you. Magic the Gathering is a free-to-play online Magic game reborn digitally for gamers, fans, and streamers. This is the real Magic for the modern era. Play, collect, and build online. Just like you would in the kitchen table or your local game store.
Was this made by Jizzard? I feel like the enthusiasm level you have.
I'm actually
Jizzard.
I'm really interested because I've always wanted to play Magic the Gathering, but it's like one of those things if you don't have. Shut the fuck up. People. Like I keep wanting to buy Pokemon cards, but it's like I need people to play.
You have Nick and Frank.
And I'm on the fence to commit, waiting for you to commit. So it's you.
I know, right? Frank.
Because every time I walk into GameStop, I look at it.
Yeah, but that's like a black hole of like money, isn't it?
Yeah. For me.
It depends. I mean, if you want to actually be in the actual standard legit leagues and keep buying new cards, yes. If you just want to fuck around playing against friends, then no.
What he said.
I haven't bought any new Pokemon cards probably in like a year now. Well, maybe not a year. 8 months, 9 months, 6 months.
2 days.
No, I'm behind on the release. But that's because Nick and I haven't played because it's not only the 2 of us, so it gets boring after a while.
Yeah.
But if you guys got involved...
we stopped playing fucking cards. Dace.
We haven't... Nobody ever said they wanted to do it again.
I'm in.
You talking about poker?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I think it's just a matter of somebody's got to be like, hey, you guys want to do this? And then we'll be like, oh, yeah, we'll do that.
Pretty much.
I'm in.
That's kind of how this crap works.
I've been distracted with D&D.
True.
Like, seeing people like twice a week, that's probably pushing it.
Too much. Yeah, I understand. I completely understand.
And it's you. You're the only one I see twice a week. I'm just saying.
I completely understand. Yep.
We're so sorry, Dace.
Fun times, right, guys? Fun times.
Fun fact to kind of piggyback off the Magic. I don't know if anybody watched our D&D episode last week, but we had to end early because we didn't fuck around enough.
Yeah. Well, no.
We followed the story.
First off, no.
So how
we didn't.
First
off, he didn't think we were actually gonna go. I guess fight with what's it called?
He told us not to. Okay, so he starts the campaign with me knocked out, and he comes in as a character that goes, "You need to be less angry, and then you'll be rewarded." So I didn't lose my shit. on people in the middle of the campaign, and then he goes, "I can't believe we finished so quick," or "You didn't interrogate anybody." He asked why we didn't do it. I was like, "Why? I can't yell at anybody. So why am I going to interrogate someone?"
Can't calmly ask them things. That's not how you interrogate.
Yeah.
You grab them by the neck and you just start screaming at them.
But I also feel like we weren't supposed to fight with what's called. I think we're just supposed to follow them.
We were supposed. So he told me what was supposed to happen. We were supposed to let one of the cultists live, interrogate it, and then we would find out that there was that ambush in the cavern.
But you didn't, I'm guessing.
We didn't. We just killed everything and moved on. And he ended the game 15 minutes early, or the episode 15 minutes early, and goes, "I didn't expect that to happen." And it was because we actually played it.
Yeah. Well, I guess right. Every other fight we've done so far, we've kept one of them alive.
Yeah, and then I beat the shit out of him until it tells us what we want to know.
Exactly. And then to be honest, I didn't even put that together. You're right.
I didn't do it because he opened up this episode with like, "Hey, stop being so angry," and I thought that was his subtle way of saying, "Hey, don't be an asshole."
Yeah.
So I didn't be an asshole.
I didn't even put that together. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, he's like, "That's why you guys got ambushed."
So basically, what you're saying is it was a good night for Dan Rout because he got to go home early.
He stayed around later, I think, because
we were all there for at least a good 45 minutes after. So I got yelled at and left. I was the first one to leave, which I was shocked. Normally, Padre, the minute the fucking thing's over, takes off.
Yeah, but it was just like I thought it was funny that the 1 week we actually tried to play the game, it completely destroyed the story. So
it did destroy the story. He planned for certain things to happen.
Yeah, so. Out of the 5 weeks we've done this, every week we've thrown him off his game, and at least this latest time we threw him off his game by actually playing the game. So,
yeah. He didn't think that was gonna happen.
So basically, what you're telling me is, in the next couple weeks, you're most likely going to cause Cheever to have a mental breakdown.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it.
I don't know. I actually think he enjoys this fucking perverted level of. I'm just saying. It's like perverted level of fucking God damn it. I really do. I think he does get frustrated with us, but I think he likes punishing us for being that way.
I just when you say the word perverted, it makes me laugh.
He didn't kill me. He quote unquote knocked me out because I was naked and just causing problems.
It's true.
Because I kept saying I only have 14 health. Dungeon Master. Make sure it's also 14. It's exactly 14. But yeah. So I mean, like I said, I actually think he enjoys it. In a sadistic
Either
way.
he enjoys it in some weird way, or he's honestly going to just cry on live stream one time.
Yeah.
It'll be because of Padre.
Yeah,
Really?
Padre that was some crazy.
He has done his research on this game, and he sometimes knows more than Cheever about the character.
Yeah. And he throws him off because he just assumes it's like me and Dace, and we don't understand shit. And he get away with saying the sky is orange. Like okay.
Yeah, but Padre knows that every color has meaning.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, all right, so the sun's setting. And it's like, no. There's some shit on the horizon.
It's fucking funny.
So basically what you're saying is Padre puts him in his place.
Usually. And the funny thing is, too, we have him on the end of the table, so when he yells at Cheever, he goes off camera. You just see him snap around real quick, and his body disappears.
Yeah. And he's also the only one that's taking notes. So he calls him out for anything that he changes the name. We would never know.
No.
We give him all nicknames.
Red
beard, brown beard, orange.
We relate them to characters we see on TV. Like there's some woman that's like the evil person, and we call her Pondy from It's Always Sunny. Like, oh yeah, Pondy will do crack, and that's how we talk to people in the region. But Compadre plays it right.
But Padre plays it right. The rest of us are just fucking wrong.
I think it's a variation. You've got Compadre who plays it, and Cheever who are probably the most serious about it.
Yeah.
Then you have Randy and Dan that are kind of in the middle, and then there's us.
So confused. I am fucking completely blown away by Randy. I won't even lie.
Why?
I would never expected that from her.
She's just getting into this kind of stuff, which is weird.
Yeah, it's like for I would never in a billion years thought she would ever go down. And then now she's starting to play WoW.
Mhm.
My mind is fucking floored.
I'm not. Randy's a huge nerd. She cosplays and everything. Like, I don't even want to hear that.
She's a low-key nerd that knows how to interact in real life.
I guess.
Yeah, but no, she's a low-key nerd that knows how to hide it from you guys, but is actually more of a nerd than you in different ways.
That's why I think her and Dan have like a middle level of this.
Yeah.
They take some notes.
Dan's into it because of WoW. Like he recreated his WoW character, and is just in love with himself.
And
Granted, I
causing
can't say much because I'm playing my WoW character, and I do the same shit. Like I'll do a raid. I'll make sure I bring a lot of my character so they can't walk straight. Normal shit.
And his only power is like brewing and healing, which doesn't even make sense. Like if you're brewing, shouldn't these be drunk and then out of control? But no. And he doesn't heal people. Like he sits there and he tries to barter with people. Like, all right, what are you gonna give me?
Dude, the funniest thing. I think the funniest thing was there was a random character came up, which I don't even know.
Oh yeah, some monk with a broken leg.
I mean, I heal him and roll my crit with max hit.
But he made Compadre pay to get healed.
Damn right I did.
It's like you healed some random non sequitur character, and then your partner in your party that's going to help advance the story, you made him pay gold pieces so he didn't die.
Yeah. And the funny thing is that Cheever just, you sure you want to do that? Are you sure you want to come with you? I was like, why not? I don't care.
Yeah. Then he tries to bring this thing along, and he's like, well, this character doesn't know what he's doing. You're like, yeah, fuck it, bring him along. Like, to the point where we're going to die because he's around us.
Funny. He had no idea what to do. I was just dying laughing. I was like, easy old bitch. It's pretty good. I like myself.
But now that I've completely derailed the conversation, back to gaming news.
But it's still gaming.
It's weird gaming.
I know. October's coming up.
Yep, my wallet knows.
Humble monthly is available, and it's a doozy. If you subscribe between now and October 5th, you get immediate access to Overwatch. Blizzard enormously popular. You're a shooter that normally retails for $40. A one-month subscription only costs $12. And Overwatch is yours to keep and play forever. So basically get Overwatch for $12. On October.
Humble Bundle, I believe you can pick your console.
I was gonna say I think you can pick consoles. I think it's $12 per console.
There's this thing on Humble Bundle that I want to get. It's these games called It's this thing called Jackbox. I don't know if you guys have played it yet.
That's a fun game. That's a fun game.
Jackbox is a blast.
It's a party game. Yeah,
it's party games. You
need
use
your
cell phone, and it's like controlled by the TV.
Mm-hmm.
I seen that because it's on PlayStation Store.
Yeah, it's actually Humble Bundle has them as bundles right now for cheap, and I want to get some because I played them the other night and it was hilarious. There's this one game that I would love to see anybody play with Gibby, and it's basically where you have to defuse bombs, but everybody has portions of the directions, so nobody has one set of directions, and you have to read all of your directions together and figure them out, and I just know Gibby would kill everybody multiple times.
Turn right. Guys, turn left.
Well, no, the worst one is where it's well, something's cool but not funny, but making it next to this one makes it weird, but weird is okay, and it's it gets complicated. It's hilarious, but it gets I sat there and watched my friends play it for 2 hours at 1 a.m. the other day, and I was completely blown away.
Yeah. I had to draw Polar Bear on ice, and I didn't know how to do it, so I gave up.
They have another one that's almost like apples to apples, where you can you have to you can write in whatever you want, and like people have to vote on it. And then there's one where you have to like make like use like soundtracks. Like it's a lot. It's a lot of fun.
There's a bunch of different games for it. I admit.
Next story, Gibby.
Oh god, I was gonna sneeze. Anyway,
I don't know why it's funny, but it is.
Get free loot boxes as well if you keep it for 2 more weeks, 2 more months, whatever. It's all good. Yeah.
What?
Other things in the humble bundle sale, you get the Grand Theft Auto collection for 15. Contains GTA 3, Vice City, San Andreas, GTA 4, and episodes from Liberty City. I don't really play that game, but there you go. Those games can be purchased individually at discounted rates as well. If you want to toss Grand Theft Auto 5 in the pile, you can do it for an additional $20. God damn. Call of Duty franchise. World War II is down to $36. Black Ops 3 Zombies. Yeah, I know that's pretty bad. Zombies Chronicles Edition is down to $45. So that's pretty cheap. Fallout 4 is for $15. How the mighty have fallen. Elder Scrolls Skyrim Special Edition is $20. I can't believe people are buying that shit. You can get Holy Knights for $10, and it's expansion. Rise Industries, early access type game. That puts you in charge of factory supply chain at the dawn of the century for $19. I hate these early access games that charge ridiculous amount of money. That's so stupid. Planet Coaster, a game where that's theme park for $20.
Wait, didn't you buy PUBG?
Yeah, why?
That game is just early access.
It's released fully full access. I don't know what you're talking about.
When? Like last week?
Couple months. Actually, no. 6 months
Last week
or so? No.
When did you buy it?
I bought it towards the tail end of early access. The very tail end of early access.
But still in early access.
Yeah. It wasn't that expensive. It was only like $20 for a game that was getting ready to release.
That has one map.
It's got it has two. I think there's actually more than two. There's like 3 or 4.
But does it have grass?
We turned it off. Thank God. Rumors that Halo 5 Guardians coming to PC surfaced when Amazon posted box art of the game. That changed to Xbox One exclusive to Xbox One console exclusive. However, Microsoft has since reaffirmed that Halo 5 is not coming to the PC.
Or out at all.
I fucking like you have no idea how much that pisses me off. I really wish they would start posting the Halos for fucking PC. They only posted the first fucking I think the first two Halos on PC, and then they just fuck you to the PC.
Yeah, because you didn't buy the Xbox. It's like, look, we need to make console sales. Stop giving our shit away to the PC. Those gamers will never come over.
Fuck you. But anyway.
Maybe you're really a Halo fan, you'd have an Xbox right now.
Shut up. That's like the only reason I want to buy an Xbox for Halo. Only reason.
But you haven't.
Have what?
You haven't.
I know.
Yeah.
Because one game is not going to make
tell you what, I'll let you rent mine.
Rent it?
Yeah, every time you want to play the game, you gotta pay me.
Damn, what a bitch. But yeah, it's literally the only game I want to play. Anyway. Last week, Square Enix discontinued physical and digital sales of its last gen JRPG, The Last Remnant on PC. Publisher didn't offer any explanation for the game's seemingly abrupt removal from Steam. But the reason has now become clear. Square Enix has announced Square Remnant is being remastered for the PS4.
It got called out in the Me Too movement. It sexually assaulted Portal.
Ooh.
So
it went in and out.
It did. So it did it without its permission, and they said we have to remove this game from existence as well as history. So if you bought it, good for you, but please don't talk about it.
Originally released in 2008, Xbox 360, The Last Remnant is a turn-based RPG set in a world filled with magical power-granting artifacts, known as Remnants. The game casts players in a role of Rush Skies, a young man who embarks on a quest to rescue his kidnapped sister and become embroiled in a political struggle revolving around the aforementioned Remnants. The original Xbox 360 version was praised for its intricate battle system and beautiful art, but it was held back by glaring technical issues. A PC port arrived in 2009 and addressed many of the problems that plagued the Xbox 360 version. So apparently now they go Xbox, PC, and then the best version is going on the PS. Motherfucker! That's where it's at. What can I say? That's actually all I got. Considering I didn't think we're gonna go this long. My segment. So.
Well, it's 9 o'clock. It's almost 9 o'clock. So
it's 7:49. The show hasn't begun.
Damn right. Frank, you got a corner.
We went like 20. We went 20 minutes on Pokemon Go.
Yeah, we did.
So
and then we went for a while
talking about D&D.
Yeah. So it really wasn't a whole lot of your segment. It was.
You ready, Frank?
I mean, sure. I got 10 minutes. What can I do in 10 minutes?
Yeah, just about.
You have an hour and 10 if you're in the Central Time Zone.
Exactly. I could fill an hour and 10.
We're just getting ready to start. We're just getting ready to start. We got 11 minutes until the show starts.
Yes.
All right. I'll play the Frank Corner song right now.
Interpretation is brought to you by Taste and Good Form.
Tell me something, my friend. You ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight?
History! We all about it!
Wait a minute. You ain't heard nothing yet.
Nobody puts baby in the corner.
Thanks, Gibby. Hey, welcome to the corner. I was going to do things for 9/11 since that's today.
Yes, I knew you were.
Do it.
Yeah, but the problem is I can't. I don't have the time for it now to get into the conspiracy theories.
Let's do it.
I can go through kind of like a quick. I don't know how much you guys know about this stuff.
I don't know shit.
What was
9/11?
We're not supposed to forget that, Gibby. That's the one thing we said we wouldn't do.
1911. Was that when the Great Depression happened?
It's when the Model T was made.
Well, exactly.
Yeah. So I was trying to find other stats. Since everything's such a long read.
World War I.
Here's some of the quicker ones. That's not the whole jet fuel doesn't melt steel beams argument. It's a little bit more than that. First one. Let me scroll back to the top. Inside traders knew about the attacks before they happened. Ooh.
Inside traders. That's interesting.
Right before the September 11th attacks,
some
fishy business happened within the stock market and insurance firms. An extraordinary amount of put options were placed on United Airlines and American Airlines stocks. The same airlines that were hijacked during the attacks. Many speculate the traders were tipped off about the attacks and profited from the tragedy. The Securities and Exchange Commission launched an insider trading investigation in which Osama bin Laden was a suspect after receiving information from at least one Wall Street firm. Yeah. Look at that. We knew about it. Wake up, people.
Wow.
Also,
Interesting.
rooms at the World Trade Center were on rent real cheap that day.
Real
You want
cheap.
to have your meeting here? Go on. We'll give you a discount, $5.
Real cheap.
Floor 110, 101, 102.
Yep.
105.
All the way to the top. It's a great sky view of New York City. Too soon? Not too soon. That's good.
Number 2. Air defense was told to, quote, stand down. In the event that an airplane is hijacked, the North American Aerospace Defense Command, NORAD, is prepared to send out fighter jets, which can debilitate or shoot down an aircraft. But on 9/11/2001, NORAD generals said they learned of hijackings in time to scramble fighter jets, and some skeptics believe NORAD commanded defense systems to stand down because of their lack of presence during the attacks.
Wouldn't that be like kind of a guessing game, though?
What you mean? Like whether or not
wasn't there like there was 100 flights in the air or some shit like that? You just gonna take them all out? Like fuck it.
From my understanding, now of course I'm an expert in this field. Obviously, clearly that's why I'm on this podcast. That the flight paths are very clear and explained to back and forth from air control because they have to know where you are and where you're going. So any deviation from it, no matter how minuscule, but especially when you turn course and go towards New York, is a giant red flag of what the fuck are you doing?
That makes sense.
So that's why they would have had time, because as soon as they made something go wrong, they should have been like, what the fuck were you doing? And then the terrorists didn't respond, so they should have sent fighter jets up. But I guess somebody was like, no, man, I don't really feel like flying today, so can we just see how it plays out? And look what happened. Death.
Yes.
A lot of people died.
That is why Iowa gets more power in the presidential election than New Jersey.
Because I kind of sort of know things, or at least I say I know things. Whether or not they're true, I don't know.
The more you know.
I actually, fun fact of the day too, I spent today, since I was working from home, watching all the 9/11 stuff that was on TV.
Oh.
Like it was documentary after documentary on the History Channel.
We opened up today's training session of asking where you were when it happened. And it was interesting to hear the takes from people that were in Tennessee.
I was out there on a farm, drinking beer by the truck.
Yeah, most of it was like, we stopped working. It was like, you guys were nowhere near the attacks.
I was in the back fucking my sister.
I didn't go that far.
Just on the whole dropping the ball thing, though, where I was going to go with this, is evidently after the first tower was hit, kaboosh, people in the second tower were trying to leave. Like, fuck happened over there, I gots to go. And I guess security or people at the bottom were like, hey, no, it's fine, go back to your stations, you're okay.
Their bosses was like, we got deadlines!
Yeah, so they actively told people,
Emphasis on the dead?
Huh?
Nothing.
They were actively telling people, shut up and go back to work. This wasn't our tower. You can work.
Yeah, fuck that. I would have left in a heartbeat.
Yeah. So, because there was one story about a guy that actually, he went all the way down, was told to go back up because everything's fine, and did, but luckily he still ended up surviving. Which is why he was able to say, like, they told us to go back. So,
that's fucking crazy.
They fired Larry the next day. Because Larry was the first one out on the street.
Exactly. He's on the first floor.
It's like, it won't be a big enough tragedy if you all escape now. Go back up there and act innocent. Come on.
Yeah, I don't want you in my way when I'm running from the towers falling.
Conspiracy theory number 3, and this is one that's part of the jet fuel steel beams thing, but planes didn't make the Twin Towers collapse. Bombs did.
Really?
The World Trade Center collapse appeared similar to controlled demolition. Many speculate that the towers were in fact blown down with explosives placed in selected locations. Some witnesses recounted hearing explosions inside the building as they attempted to escape.
It was Die Hard.
Many architects and scientists, I've heard numbers of like 1,500 plus, have even maintained that the plane's fuel cannot produce enough heat to melt steel beams, blah, 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 that thing. I said I didn't want to do it, but it's like a last sentence. But to the point that, yes, they fell. they fell so unrestricted and so quick that it was more of a controlled demolition than a collapse of faulty structure.
It's true.
Is the argument on that one?
That to me was always a little suspicious because, like, even let's just say the plane hit it at the perfect angle where it would make it collapse. Why didn't the top just tip over and the rest of it stand?
Why did it fall straight down?
Yeah,
straight down.
Because most of those buildings are designed so that if something like that happens, they don't fall over; they collapse in.
Nobody goes, I'm going to design this building so it could take a plane.
Not to take a plane, but if something does happen, it is designed that way.
I just can't see. Well, Gibby, you're the architect.
I'm waiting for him to say something.
What do you want me to tell you?
Do you design buildings waiting for a plane to hit it?
He doesn't design any buildings. He has the degree. He doesn't have the job.
First off, there's no way to design a building to specifically collapse upon itself. Because you'll automatically create structural weakness.
Right. So, in other words,
the way skyscraper is designed is put a core in the middle, just use your revolving around your stairwells and your elevator shafts, and you build off of that core.
So and I've seen many hotels built that way.
Yeah, because basically all of your because that's where all the load is pushed in. Basically, everything's currently out from it. It's basically how one of those things are designed.
So let's say there was enough heat to at least cause weakness to that core for it to be structurally unstable and fall. Would it fall? I mean, now we're playing guessing game, but would it most likely fall straight down in a nice pile like that? Or would it fall kind of haphazardly and weird?
I mean, in theory, it would just fall. The top half would fall unless it happened at the bottom of towards the bottom of it.
Because that's a lot of the people, the anti-conspiracy, whatever. They say that what happened is the top part collapsed because of the weakness, and then that thud made the rest of it go all the way down. But I've played a lot of Jenga to tell you that thing doesn't just fall straight down.
I will agree. It's kind of odd, and I would say that it's. I mean, maybe one building, but the fact that both of them did the same exact thing is kind of the weird thing about it.
And it's not actually on this list, but I want to bring it up because it was all over everything else I read earlier. But Building 7, the one that fell later around like 6 o'clock at night, that fell very similar, straight down, controlled demolition look, and what they said, it was just hot fires burning for several hours caused it to collapse. When you could see all the other buildings around that had fires just burnt a hole but never fully collapsed.
That I can understand.
Yeah, no,
that makes sense because the flames would then be towards the bottom of the structure. And then if you weaken the bottom of the structure, so it's like basically taking away the bottom piece of it, as long as it burns out evenly, which I can clearly see happening, it will fall straight down.
But that's if the fire was at the bottom.
You're right. If it's at the top, then I would agree with you. It's incorrect.
But make a poor assumption that it was probably, if there was a fire, it would have started at the top due to the fact that it would have been debris falling from above onto it. But it could have fell weirdly down and into.
I just assumed everything around that area would have just been on fire. So the whole building fire at that point.
That's what they claimed on that one.
Yeah.
So to further the proof of the conspiracy that it was an inside job, I just want to throw this out there, that the speech delivered by President Trump today is the only speech he ever read off of script. Verbatim.
Really? He wasn't allowed to do his own...
impromptu, because you damn well know he would have said it was Obama's fault.
Damn well.
He would have been Obama, Osama, the name's too close. Someone he knew it. He did it.
He had to have been there. Had to have been there.
That's why he was the senator of Chicago, and Chicago was safe. And I'm from New York, and New York wasn't safe. Obama did this to me and New York. Vote for me in 2020. Sorry about your families. Moving on.
No, on that note, though, the people that are against conspiracy
Make America great again.
There's people that say that if it were a conspiracy, your idiotic president, quote-unquote Trump, would actually flat out say it because he wouldn't be able to keep his mouth shut.
That's exactly a really good point.
Where he'd come out and be like, no, we did that.
unless the hero from the New York Times Post has been grabbing that paper from him that said this was an inside job, and they know the catastrophic implications of that. So, like, you know what? You can leak the nuke codes all you want, but you're not going to tell anybody about 9/11. Get out of here with that shit.
They just didn't tell Trump that. They just left him alone and were like, here, just read this on it, because he didn't know. He was doing something else that day.
Yep.
Anyway, number 4 on this list, the Pentagon attack scientifically doesn't hold up. Yes, scientifically. That's how you know it's true. The Pentagon crash may be the most puzzling event of the day. Theorists maintain that the impact holes of the Pentagon were much smaller than a commercial American airline plane. They also question why the plane was not shut down prior to impact, as well as why the plane impacted a section of the Pentagon that was vacant due to renovations. Mostly vacant. I just want to point out it was mostly vacant because there were still people in there. But,
so it's just the poor suckers who had to fix it.
But it was actually under renovations. Like, if it would have hit any other side, it would have been a lot more casualties, according to pro-conspiracy people.
That is a good point, though. Like, a plane heading anywhere too low in D.C., I just feel like, regardless, you're just dead.
Yeah, you're getting shot down. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. You're getting fucked up.
The big question is, like, how did this even happen? Like, how did it get close to the Pentagon like that? Like, how?
It's a good question. It's a great
the president
question.
Was in Florida, and the future president was in New York. Vote for me in 2020.
Flight 93 was completely staged. For those of you that don't know,
that was the one in Pennsylvania, right?
Yep.
All right, Mr. Know-It-All. All right, no teacher's pet in this fucking room.
That one was clearly inside work from Hollywood and country music.
I mean, it crashed in a place called Shanksville, Pennsylvania. Shanksville? I mean, come on.
It's not a real place.
It's believed that the passengers fought back and crashed the plane into a field. Skeptics believe that Flight 93 landed safely while a substitute plane was shot out of the sky. Other theorists believe that the passengers were murdered or relocated and never to be found.
Jesus Christ.
I would have gone with the pilot was hired to take it down.
Yeah.
And didn't warn anybody and didn't spend money to relocate anyone. They just said, fuck it. 93 is the unlucky number we drawn out of the hat, and it's going to crash in Skanksville, PA.
Why would you believe the whole, like, they stopped murdered passengers and sent an empty plane? Why not just crash the whole fucking thing then? Like,
that's crazy.
But why take the time to stop, kill them, or hope for witness protection or brain? Then you get into weird, like, well, they brainwashed them, aliens. Then you get into weird shit.
Yo, those shit's real, man.
I still stick to the country music and Hollywood did Flight 99 and 93 because they made a movie and a shit ton of country songs about it.
Really?
Yeah, there's
I know Hollywood made. I know Hollywood. I know country music did.
Google the song "Let's Roll."
Hijackers are alive. How did their passports survive explosion? I said that like Gibby. Hijackers are alive. How did their passports survive explosion? No, that's just how it's worded. Okay, it wasn't really me. It's just the poor word. Anyway, after
Gibby
September 11th attacks,
It's just Gibby that wrote it, yeah.
the Loose Change documentary stated that all of the hijackers were actually alive in other countries. Rather presumptuous, since it is possible for two different people to have identical names. But they did raise a good point. How did the passports of the terrorists survive the explosion?
Why the fuck would they bring their passports with them?
They had to get on the plane.
I feel like they took the manifest and just went with Islamic names. They said, "Yep, Muhammad, that guy did it."
All right. You got me on that one, Frank. You got me on that one.
I'm pretty sure they probably just received like a copy of it.
No, to get on an international flight, you need your passport.
No, I'm talking about the ones that he's saying people said survived.
Got a copy of it from where?
Like
the embassies.
Technically,
right? You can easily get a copy. Just because if you lose yours, U.S. Embassy takes a couple weeks to get one.
That's what I'm saying.
So that's assuming if they were really were they from Afghanistan, Iran, anywhere? You're assuming that government would cooperate with ours and say, "Oh yeah, here's this information you guys wanted."
I'm not saying I'm just there's ways to get around that theory is what I'm saying.
They don't want the war.
I'm saying there's back ways around you. I could believe that one. In the aftermath of the explosion, passports and identifications were found as evidence. Many skeptics question how identification made out of paper survived the same explosions that destroyed buildings, and if they were like in the cockpit or in the plane, that it poofed out conveniently.
I don't know.
So then that's still if they actually found physical passports, or if they
found the physical passports, that makes sense.
Yeah, the physical, that I agree with. But if it I don't know. People got too much time on their hands.
Or they don't have enough time on their hands.
Blame the internet.
That's right.
Don't we always?
Damn trolls.
What? Sorry, I was listening to the video that was on it. Evidently, they actually found one of the dudes that was an alleged hijacker somewhere else, and then they, whoever the big they is, recanted and said, "Oh, that was a mistake. We didn't mean him. He's cool." But anyway, that guy was really livid about this thing. Anyway, cell phone calls made from the planes were faked. In-flight calls were made from cell phones in both hijacked planes. Scientists and skeptics maintain that cell phones could not receive reception from that outfit.
No,
absolutely
not.
Other
I
Christian phone
didn't
calls
even think of that.
Blah, 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 blah.
Not necessarily, because you can make Wi-Fi calls. If the plane had Wi-Fi,
Well,
you can still do it.
Whoa.
Not
We're
back then.
17 years ago, Trish. Back up.
I don't know.
There's no way. The only way you're going to get cell phone service is when it's like going down.
That's what I was thinking. Like, if it was low enough, but I
didn't fucking think of that. Holy shit.
A lot of the phone calls seem to be like, "Hey, we're in mid-flight. We got hijacked. Blah blah blah. Bye. I love you."
It all depends. You don't know but it seems like that. There's no proof it was like that.
It could have been, as sick as this is, the last moments. Because they
Yeah,
laid
that's
it down
exactly
waiting.
what I'm saying. Had to be last moments. The only thing I can think of.
Because then you're saying that people at the top of the tower never had cell phone reception.
That's what I'm saying. They had to have waited to turn. They had to have turned it on and waited until they saw they had reception and just did their best.
Or I don't know. God, that's so bad that it was so long ago. Can you record a message and then it sends when you get signal? I don't know.
No, not that I'm aware of.
I don't remember. I never had a cell phone back then.
Yeah.
I
was too young.
Do we really have that now that people would have it?
Yeah. I feel like if they had it back then, we should have it now. I don't think you can do that now.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Like
you can record messages on Facebook chat, and then they send when you hit Wi-Fi or whatever.
You can't even do. That's true. Can you? I didn't know you could do that. Like you can't even do text messages. Like you have to then re-click the fucking text message to send.
Right.
Well,
I don't know.
My phone works in the air.
Or just what was the minimum altitude that it could work?
My phone does not work in the air unless I pay for the Wi-Fi.
What server do you?
I have Verizon.
Mine does. I have Verizon.
I don't have signal.
And if it was a matter of like 5,000 feet, 10,000 feet, that was the varying, like, oh, if you just drop to here, they work. So it could be as simple as that just the terrorists dropped the plane lower because they were going to run into buildings and shit.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true too.
Let's see.
You have no idea how long they were at low altitude.
I don't really listen to this stuff because besides the point, a shit ton of people still died and it's still terrible.
Yep, that's why we're doing it on the 17th anniversary, so deal with it. Jewish people, number 8, Jewish people knew attack was going to happen, took off work on September 11th.
See? Hitler tried to solve this problem back in 1940, but you didn't let him finish it.
That's right.
Theorists...
They're freaking what? Sightseers, I don't even know.
Yeah.
4,000 Jewish employees took off from work on September 11, 2001. Some of the first people to record the attacks on camera were also Jewish. Many became suspicious and put the religious group on radar as suspects in the wake of the attack.
Did anybody check to see if it was a religious holiday for them?
It's not. Pretty fucking close though. Pretty. Oh, you know what?
Ramadan?
It was. Because Monday was a religious holiday.
Yeah, so that's
Monday. That's not today.
Well, no, because that's 2 days away. It's every Monday. Could have landed like every second
Well, they always move their
like
holidays.
Rosh Hashanah or Yom Kippur.
Could have been like the second fucking Saturday. Could have been
Oh.
the second Monday.
Yom Kippur was this month, or starts next Tuesday. Oh my God,
Yeah,
it starts on my birthday.
Yom Kippur is just one. Can I go back in time? I know when it is in like 2023.
Don't fuck with Yom Kippur, man. Those
Or
people
Rosh,
are crazy on that guy.
Oh yeah,
Rosh
Hashanah.
Rosh Hashanah.
Rosh Hashanah.
Rock the Kashba. That's a 2-day thing, which
was September 30th of that year.
of that year. I was gonna say it's September 10th and 11th this year, but I can't go back in time with what I found.
Yom Kippur was October 9th of that year.
Oh.
So there was no holiday. At least it doesn't say anything in 2001. They were all in October, and then Hanukkah's in December.
Oh, hey, look at this. Well, it was the 23rd of Elul, whatever that is. Anyway, as far as the videos coming from Jewish people, I mean, there's a lot of Jews in New York, so I mean, I just feel like a game of odds that could just happen.
Like Jon Stewart.
But 4,000 Jewish people calling out of work, I don't know the whole story if that's true. See, evidently CNN tried to say that it was them. Oh, that's an 8-minute clip. Not watching that.
Wait, CNN tried to blame the Jews?
It's a clip that just CNN on Jews did 9/11.
I bet you it was Wolf Blitzer giving the story.
And
Had
it's just
to be.
the title, Anti-Semitism and 9/11. And it's an 8-minute clip, I guess, talking about that.
Wow.
I like it.
Anyway, number 9, so I have 3 left. Black boxes found by search crew kept secret. During the weeks following the attack, the plane's black boxes were one of the most important items under investigation. They were the only evidence into what happened inside the cockpits of the plane. 3 of the 4 black boxes were found, and only 1 was in good enough condition to hear. The tape was not initially released, but was shared with the families of victims in 2002. Skeptics believe the tapes were not disclosed in order to support a secret scheme, or because it's the government, they got to find out what's in there before they let other people know.
Yeah, that'd be really bad if, like, it was an inside job and they said, hey, victims' families, please listen to this of how we murdered your families.
So
no
one
matter
out of
what,
4 survived a plane crash.
Yes.
Isn't that the whole fucking point of a black box?
Yeah, I believe that actually goes into this argument that I've seen a lot too, is that 1, how do they not have all of them?
Yeah, that was the whole fucking point of the thing. Aren't they supposed to survive those type of things?
And I think I heard something like there's more than 1 inside the plane or something like that too. I don't know if that's true.
I think they're
supposed to survive the plane crash, but they may not survive a building collapse and fires and things.
Why not?
Fires,
Jet fuel's fucking crazy hot. Apparently, melting the tower down.
So what side are you on, Gibby?
No, I'm saying that if it can melt down the tower, the black box should be able to survive the fire that ensued. So fires are relevant. It fucking a plane crash into a ground. You're trying to tell me it can't fall down 20 stories without breaking?
I'm just trying to think
I'm saying.
It survives a plane crash, but if you drop it down the stairs,
it's fucking broken. Are you serious? Nothing makes sense.
I'm just giving you another thought process.
Yeah, I know. It had to be the metal inside the building, because the plane's not made out of metal.
Or maybe the hijackers were smart enough to somehow get rid of it beforehand.
All right,
They
well,
threw it out the window.
time out.
Don't need that.
Is the one black box that survived the one that landed in PA?
It doesn't. Well, it technically landed. I mean, not safely.
If it's any other one than that,
it doesn't.
You can at least say the black box can't handle a fucking suicide attack. But if it can't survive ground, I'm sorry. That's literally what that thing's designed for.
All this thing says that doesn't even give me a link or a video on this one. It just says 3 of the 4 black boxes were found.
I want to know what the
black
black
box
box came back. I need to know now. It's ridiculous.
Well, good. You have a lot of Googling you can do once we're done here. Just for the record, this article was from 2012. Just so you know. So I mean,
6 years of investigation that's missing.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. I don't like it.
You'd be surprised how little this whole conspiracy infatuation totally wore off by now. I think the most recent thing that I've really found was from 2013.
Really?
That was good. I mean, I didn't do extensive research, so I'm sure there's still more out there, but it was much more prevalent then. Number 10 out of 11. So we're almost there. The Bin Laden tapes are fake. Initially, Osama bin Laden denied any involvement with the attacks. Soon afterward, numerous tapes came out claiming he changed his mind and took full responsibility. Many skeptics believe that bin Laden was targeted because of his stake in the stock market, as well as because of former President George W. Bush's personal business ventures in the Middle East. AKA, give me that oil.
Well, no, because Desert Storm.
Give me that oil. Oh, that one. Yeah.
Because they failed. Or no,
you embarrassed my daddy, so I'm kicking your ass.
Yeah. That's a lot of people thought that's the reason why he did it, though. It wasn't as much for any mass destruction as more of because he embarrassed his dad.
Well, yeah, and part of the whole, we went to war with Afghanistan, but
Afghan,
and we went to Iraq first, and kind of I don't know, just that whole thing too of we attacked here, or we said we were going after these guys, but attacked their neighbor first.
Yeah.
And then ended up in Iraq.
Apparently,
they just got lost and started killing anything around there, everything.
Well, to be fair, George Bush gets lost a lot, so
pretzels are hard to eat.
But I have heard this before, though, that when it originally happened, Bin Laden came out and was like, nah, wasn't me, bro.
Nah,
in the shower? Wasn't me. Saw me banging on the sofa? Wasn't me.
There's more to, there's some tapes that looked forfeit and wasn't really him, it was just a dude in a beard, which then you get into the racist they all look alike thing. Yeah. Anyway, last thing, and this is whatever, I'm just reading down the list. Aluminum planes can't penetrate steel structure of the World Trade Center. Commercial airplanes frames are constructed with very light aluminum material in order to make it easier to fly. Theorists maintain there's no possible way an airplane can do as much damage to the Twin Towers as it did. They believe that missiles or explosives were used to ensure the building collapsed.
It's the second time he said missiles, explosives. Just saying.
I said the point I wasn't going to go on was jet fuel can't melt steel beams. Didn't say I wouldn't say missiles.
I actually think that's bullshit. I think jet fuel can easily burn steel beams.
We are off that subject, sir.
Science Day?
Right.
Yeah, let's get a plane.
No, can we not do Science Day? I don't really want to ever see Science Day.
Oh, Science Day is going to be great.
We've been talking about it for 4 years.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
For what we're planning on Science Day, maybe we should wait until we're 65, had nothing else to live for, and want to just go out on a blaze of glory.
Hey, do we still have those? Do we still have the taser?
I mean, I'm set for Tuesday. So.
Tuesday's a good day.
I mean, Tuesday's good too. That's fine. I'm not really picky.
So.
It's fine, Dace. You aren't going to make it to Tuesday, right?
No, I will. Not the plane.
I hope the NSA is listening because Dace has to get on a plane tomorrow, so see what happens next.
Oh, son of a bitch.
But no, there you go. There's some of your very, very loosely indicated conspiracy theories on 9/11 because it is 9/11 day. And
it's an actual day? I didn't realize that.
And
you made it sound like it's a festival.
And yeah, whatever. Stuff and things. So there you go. There you have it. That was Frank's Corner. Yay! Frank's Corner.
Frank's Corner. Gibby, that's really creepy.
Why you like Frank's Corner?
No, it's just the way you.
That's fucking rude. I got you, Frank. I got you.
Thanks, Boo. So yeah, that's it. I'm done.
See you guys next time.
Well, according to Dace, we all are, because he's not making it the next show.
Oh yeah, the show's canceled. Last one.
Cancel.
We were not renewed for the 2018-2019 season.
It's unfortunate.
If I happen to be around for the 2019-2020 season, maybe we'll reboot it.
After Frank's Corner went on about 9/11 and totally dogged it, we are no longer allowed to broadcast.
That's the same thing that happened to Titus.
Yep, and I totally have not started watching that. For the record.
Yeah, well, if you did, you'd know what I'm doing.
We got the Titus treatment. Yeah.
Yep. Make a bunch of 9/11 jokes way too soon. 17 years is way too soon.
It is. It's 22 and a third, according to South Park.
Somehow Fox will say you're inappropriate and then sign Family Guy. You can't see it, but I'm staring into the camera that doesn't exist.
Right.
I felt it in my loins.
But yeah, we're canceled.
All right.
Hey, this is the first time you ever canceled yourself, and Tony didn't.
I didn't cancel myself. Age did.
And the Dace.
Are you hitting the end button or the song?
I'm waiting for you to do shit.
No, I canceled the show. There's no shit.
There's no shit.
Yeah, there's no point of plugging anything if this is it. I mean, who cares?
We had a good time. I wish I could say that it was mutual, but goodbye.
Dace, are you breaking up with us?
I am. It's definitely not me. It's
Yeah, I don't really think I really want to deal with another one right now, so let's move on.
no, it's cool. It's definitely you, not me. So just for me.
just for me. For me, and me.
Yep, only me, not you.
For all those out there, I salute you in control.
What?
We have gone way over.
Love you.
This is a half hour more.
We will send you next time. I don't know. Well.
We'll see you guys when I come back.
Play it by ear. You get a Facebook Live notification. Check it out. Maybe it's a funeral. Maybe it's a show. Who knows?
Oh my God.
Are you playing music? Like, I don't know when it's going to actually end.